My dream and my passion is to become America's dermatologist that can practice everywhere.
It's not too bad. ¿Cuál es la parte que te molesta más?
My name is Dr. Anna Chacon. I'm a board certified dermatologist. I'm 39 years old. I live in Miami, Florida, and my income last year was around $900,000. My first job out of residency was at the Cleveland Clinic, Florida. And then after 3 years, I decided to become more independent and open my own practice. It was a shock for me and everyone else in the family, but it inspired me to know that I couldn't rely on one source. As comforting as it sometimes is to work for a big hospital system, a pandemic can happen at any time. The finances were not the driving factor. It was more of the ability to control my timetable, work when I wanted to, from where I wanted to. I remember my accountant telling me, but you're not going to have any patients, or you're not going to have a steady source of income, or even other physicians telling me that it was too hard and I would be better off just in a hospital with a more stable, secure job. And that actually just encouraged me more to work harder. It is pretty hard for doctors to not be tied down to a clinic or not be tied down to a hospital and work remotely from anywhere. So I said, okay, well, where can I work? How can I do this on a bigger scale? And I decided to apply for all the licenses. I work in all 50 states, DC, Guam, the US Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico.
Ronald? Hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming.
I wanted a bigger safety net. I wanted the real estate of where I was going to actually work in and practice in.
These do not look concerning. I'll take a closer look at these.
Those ones, yeah.
The number of employees we've had has fluctuated over the years. We have about 3 full-time, and then we have a lot of contractors, more than 20, I think. But I'm actually the only physician at the practice. My nationwide dermatology practice in 2024 brought in $5.2 million in revenue and about $2 million in profit. I have many different sources of income. I have a practice, I see a lot of patients. I also work for other practices, hospital systems, and I have rental properties as well.
And then each time, it's just gonna keep getting smaller, less painful.
I think I definitely work a lot more than I did at Cleveland Clinic. The difference is I control what time I start, I control what time I finish. The other unique thing about my practice is that we are open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I currently earn $15,000 a month from renting both properties. I was always taught that debt is a bad thing. I didn't take any loans out in opening my practice, and probably that's why it's so simple. Now a spa rents the majority of the building. I try to immerse myself into how to invest properly. And I also try to save for another pandemic, because of what my family went through and what we all went through just a few years ago. I also have gotten just more modest as a physician. I like spending time with my family. Grandma's getting older, my parents are getting older. It's hard to do some day-to-day things on your own as a physician that works every single day, that has a practice as well. I pay about $3,000 in rent a month. I also subcontract certain family members whenever they do errands or any sort of task for me. I used to be terrible with money. I didn't know how to save. I didn't know how to take advantage of retirement accounts. Growing up in Miami, there's a lot of focus on materialism. I pretty much lived day by day and paycheck to paycheck. As a resident, you're also not paid very much. So you don't have a whole lot of opportunities to save. When I really started saving was when I read an article about the Wall Street Journal talking about Empower and different financial tools, but also really with the pandemic, realizing what had happened to my father. And I realized if I wanted that safety net, if I didn't want that happening to me, I had to build a bigger safety net and I had to have savings. Most of my growth has been in the past 5 years, actually. I definitely want to take care of my family and really just saving so that I have the ability to make decisions when I want to on my own terms.
Have a great weekend. Thank you.
I think it's hard to keep up this pace, especially as I get older.
Hey, Dad. How are you?
There are plans on scaling back. It is obviously one of the downsides of having so many licenses and having this be your primary business. It's hard to find a replica. I do want to say there are plans to hire more practitioners, at least in person in the office. I never want to retire, actually. I love working, you can probably tell. When a patient says, oh, you cured me and I was really struggling beforehand, that's what I live for.